This video is sponsored by War Thunder. Ironheart is out this week, and we've all experienced the first 3 episodes. Some of us have actually experienced all 6. Would I be right in saying that this is probably the worst thing that Marvel have ever put out?
The way I've heard it said is it's the acolyte for Marvel, which
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to stack it up against the previous champion of awfulness, which was She-Hulk, probably. Is this worse than She-Hulk? It might be.
100%. Yes.
Okay. What can we even say about Ironheart? You can definitely tell that this show was commissioned about 4 or 5 years ago because wow, the racial politics in this one are very outdated by this point. But yeah, it might be one of the worst written things that Marvel have put out as well. Just purely in terms of like the character development, the dialogue, all of it is unbelievably terrible. Yeah, I don't know. What was your guys' experience with it?
I mean, I was impressed. I saw the first 5 minutes. It was like, oh, the whole premise of the show is already completely cooked. So you're telling me she doesn't have enough funds, even though she already got one of those, I think you call it fellowship, Stark Industries fellowships.
Yeah.
And that's not enough money. So she starts selling other things to the students. And then she gets expelled because of plagiarism. And then you think, wait, wasn't she like with the Wakandans? And they just send her home back to MIT. And apparently, even though she's like the super genius, no one wants to give her any money to make all these crazy tech. She can just do like this. And now she's a criminal.
It is kind of amazing because the things that she's already invented, like as a teenager, would get her all the funding she would ever need for the rest of her life. She could go to any major tech company and say, hey, I've got an Iron Man suit here that's fully functional. I've invented all this like hologram projectors and stuff.
It's near as stupid as having your like granddaughter in your basement be like, I've built a hadron collider, and you're like, whoa, patents, okay? You can't just go around doing that. Like, come on, that's it, stop that. As opposed to, what the fuck? How did you make that? That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, in the movie, she built a working quantum computer. She made that just so she could get into her own laptop. It has 2,000-bit encryption because, just whatever. We're just throwing out technical jargon.
Yeah, and as Metal says, she's already been given a graduate place, so a scholarship basically, so free education at MIT, the most prestigious university in the whole of America, which I know is a low bar, but okay, like work with me here. She's already been given that, a thing that most aspiring tech proteges would kill for, and it's still not enough. She's like, no, I want more, and so I'm just going to cheat and steal in order to get what I want.
Man. Like before the show really gets started, she makes it clear to the audience, I want money. I need money. I need money to become great.
That's it, isn't it? Like, what does she want all of this to do, right? It's not to help humanity, really. It's to become iconic, in her words. She wants to be as famous and as recognized as Tony Stark. That's it. It's self-aggrandizement. It's narcissism. How is this a hero? This is a fucking villain.
It's really weird because she starts off by saying, I want to do this suit so like first responders can have him and all this stuff. But right after this, it's like, no, I want to be iconic and I want more money for the suit.
It's got nothing to do with helping anybody. It's so bullshit. It's all for her. She says it. The actions show it. When she sees people like getting killed or harmed on her job, she's like a little conflicted, but mostly just like, I need money.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
What the fuck?
Now it's time for a little word from our sponsor. But if you're not into that kind of thing, then skip to this time code now. Now, everybody who watches my videos knows that I like nothing better than a good bit of war. Unfortunately, it turns out the real thing isn't all that fun, which is why I recommend War Thunder instead. Basically the most detailed and expansive vehicle combat game ever made. And it's available now for free on PC, consoles and mobile devices. Choose from over 2,500 tanks, planes, choppers and warships from 10 major nations, covering the past 100 years of warfare. Ever wondered how a World War II battleship would get on against a squadron of Apache attack choppers? Well, wonder no longer, because War Thunder has you covered, with detailed vehicle models, realistic graphics, and authentic sound effects that put you right in the middle of the action. So what are you waiting for, you absolute lunatic? Join more than 70 million other players from around the world that are already using War Thunder and give them all a damn good thrashing. Play War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile devices now using the links in the description. New and returning players on PC and consoles that haven't played in the last 6 months also get a shiny bonus pack with multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium account access. It's only available for a limited time though, so use it or lose it. I'll see you on the battlefields.
She'll say whatever she needs to whoever is standing there. You're right. Like the opening is all about, I just want to help people, which, you know, that fortunately for just one fleeting moment, the teacher calls her on the bullshit. But then later on, she's like, my stepdad was everything. He was the greatest guy in the world. He was so amazing. Like, oh, where's that fancy car? Well, I sold it like a junkie to go buy the things that I wanted. So like he was special, but I also sold the only thing that I still have of him to just go buy suit parts. And like the story changes depending on who she's speaking to. It's just whatever she thinks makes her look the best. It's a straight up villain arc. It's terrible.
There's also a very obvious reason why like Iron Man suits are not widely available to like say the police, the ambulance service, the general public. They are incredibly fucking dangerous. They are like walking weapons of mass destruction. That's why they are rare.
Yeah,
If
like
everyone
the
had them, it
police
would be
cars,
mass carnage on a global scale. That's why. And it's like, has she never thought about that? Has it never occurred to her?
She doesn't care.
Well,
Well, that's
it's
the
fucking
thing.
nuts, dude.
In episode 3, she's a fucking murderer. So, like, you
more
talk
than
about, oh, well.
Well, but she had a panic attack. Though. She was having a hard time breathing afterwards. So like, come on. I mean,
Yeah, because
feels
she
bad.
thought she was going to get
So-
caught, not because of any morality. It's, oh shit, the hood might find out that I've fucking murdered his best friend.
So she just leaves him to die.
Do you remember that there's going to be so many videos that will compare Iron Man the film to Ironheart the show in terms of like how to build a hero story, but
Dude.
what, like, you know, we have to be told that she wants to help good, you know, the people of the world. She wants to improve things, and then every single action says otherwise. Meanwhile, Iron Man, you remember the scene, right, where he's working on his repulsor and he's watching TV, and it's the news that like all of these farmers and villagers have been displaced by the 10 rings, and then the reporter says when the camera focuses on him, anyone who tries to stand in their way will likely be killed. And he's like, he gets like a determined face. Like, he wants to help people. Like, you know what I mean? You see it, you get it, but it's like no, trust us. She's a good person. Proceeds to show villain. I don't even know. There's not much analysis to be done to prove that. It is just true. That is the baseline.
She admits it herself.
Well, yeah, and some of the characters call her out for it at certain times. I was getting confused. It's like, what am I watching?
Well, you're
everyone-
watching the product of like 3 or 4 different reshoots, and they've like spliced. This is a Franken show right here. Some of the scenes are from the original, and then they try to soften it with a friend saying, "Hey, hold on, back off," and then the third rewrite from there's like 4 or 5 writers credited to this thing. It's very typical Disney lately.
Well, you see that with the young Han Solo. Young Han Solo in episode 2 says, I carry all these weapons because I want to get closer to my father. Then in episode 3, he goes, actually, my father was Jeff Bridges from the first Iron Man, and I've always been running away from him. I want nothing to do with him, even though I collect weapons to get closer to him.
It's so, that is baffling. I was legit like, am I missing something about this show? Like, I don't want to be anything like Obadiah Stane. That's why I became a black market arms dealer.
I just almost fell on my chair that they made the connection. I was like,
I know.
why? Why?
Oh, we're totally at that point of fan fiction writing where it's now like the son or the daughter of all these major like villains and heroes.
Baggie. The little baggie in the fucking cupboard, and then she drops it.
We must
get them?
address the most important stupid thing the show says, which is right at the beginning. She says that, you know, like Tony Stark, he had to do it because he's a billionaire. And it's like the meme from the fucking movie that spread around now for near 2 decades, which you cut from her saying he had to do it with loads of money to, Tony Stark built
Yeah.
this thing in a cave with
Yeah.
a box of scraps. Now, if we're going to be completely fair, obviously it wasn't a box of scraps. That was hyperbole. He's using loads of really great tech. But it was terrorists who had maimed him, and he was desperately trying to put pieces together and built it when he was supposed to be building, what was it, the Jericho missile, right?
Jericho missile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's absolutely nuts. There's like, oh yeah, we're going to reference the shit out of Iron Man, but we're not going to remember the plot?
Oh
Wasn't
no,
that the whole plot of-
it's yeah, it's like Greg was saying though. You can tell where they reshot this because there's moments where Riri is like, she's almost encouraged to shit on Tony Stark, and she's like, "I'm not going to diss Tony Stark. The man contributed a lot to this field." You know, and it's like, it's like we're meant to think like, oh, you know, I could absolutely destroy him here, but you know, I'm a magnanimous fucking superhero, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to
He
do that.
paid-
It's like,
Tony Stark paid for her grant, and she's gonna fucking slag him off.
There's that. There's his contributions to the field. It's like, yeah, that kind of gets dwarfed by him saving the multiverse, doesn't it?
Nah. He only did that because he's a
fuck?
billionaire.
It's so weird for it to refer to it solely in like engineering as opposed to he died to save you.
Mhm.
Hello? Like,
Yeah.
what?
it is fascinating. This needs to be studied, honestly. The degradation of writing quality, the degradation of character development, the degradation of just fucking human decency in the MCU is incredible.
It's
It should be studied.
I
she
forgot
makes-
this came out like the day off. I was like, oh shit, people are tweeting about this. Like, I guess I'll give it a shot and watch it. It's like, oh, this is really bad. I'll stream a bit
technically-
and talk about it just a little bit, and then I ranted for like 50 minutes. it's like there's so much wrong. Like I could go for like 2 hours if I would just go through every episode one by one. Probably this. It's like one of those movies you just. If you want to do like a review, just take this show and see how much you can find. Just you'll be fine. You'll have plenty of things to find.
That's the thing, it's not just. Sorry.
No,
No, go, Chris.
You began this conversation saying it's the worst thing Marvel's ever made. I heard that statement from someone who works at Marvel. It's the worst thing. And not only that, I'm not aware if there were any reshoots. I do know they heavily recut it. I'm guessing it was supposed to be more episodes, say 9 or 10, which now they've cobbled together for 40 to 50-minute episodes, 6, which 3 drop this week, 3 will drop next week, and then it's over. And by the way,
Done.
unfortunately, I had to take down my we had a video clips talking about episode 4 through 6, and I just got a message from Disney asking me to take it down because there are spoilers in it. But look, I'm all for flawed characters, fine. She's very flawed, very flawed. There is no redemption arc, I can confirm. No redemption arc in the next 3 episodes. You will not see it. And
So, Chris,
That's the thing. I think the show is of the opinion that, well, she's stealing from rich, mostly white people, and so that makes it kind of okay. So
bingo.
Mhm.
Bingo.
It's so annoying because I think there's something in there that I would like to see done well. Because in episode 3 at the end, it's like, oh, I've realized I've done all these horrible things. It's like, oh, this is like different from normal because normally you have like, oh, the hero does a thing and something goes wrong, like in Civil War with Wanda when she contains the explosion, throws it up, but someone else still dies, and then you have like the whole thing. But here you just have her from the get-go being a criminal and just doing bad things, bad things, killing 2 people. It's like, oh, you have a lot to answer for. But I think what's going to happen then is like, hey, do you want to be an Avenger? Like, you cool?
yeah.
Well, what I'm afraid of, and Chris, I know you can't like say too much. I don't want to get you in trouble, but what it looks like from the trailers is that she's going to realize what Hood's power is, and it looks like at one point she's like standing among some like red runes or glyphs, and they kind of come up into the suit. So it looks very much like she's going to find out there's demon magic, and then is going to use the One Ring for good, basically, which is like rule number 1. You can't do that shit in storytelling, but she will because she's the main character, and the rules don't apply to her because good intentions are all that matters. And then she will, she's a thief, criminal, like all blackmailer, all of these things, party to murders, but she draws the line at working with actual demons. And so when she fights the demon, everybody's like, God, you're a hero, and you used evil for good, so we're gonna give it a pass. You just nod if that's about right.
that is way better than what actually happens. If she was a hero, she's not. Disney has, or Marvel has lost what the meaning of a hero is, which is self-sacrifice, save the cat. Even in the more recent Superman trailers we've seen, we see Superman saving kids, saving people, and doing heroic things, sacrifice. And this is and the show really, if you look at it, especially with that Natalie AI character, which is god awful.
Oh my god.
That's god awful.
There's a whole bit we can talk about there.
That's
crazy though.
But this is a terrible role model for young children, girls, or the kids that this seems to be targeting. It's just awful. Like everything about Riri is not admirable, and there's no redemption. It's we haven't even gotten to the members of Hood's gang, right? Like Slug, among others. They're all insufferable in some different way. Their own unique, insufferable way.
Well, they look like a poster for mental illness.
They really do.
I'll have you know, I was told over and over again, they're all beautiful. They're all so talented.
No, they're not.
And
Oh yeah. They're all living their fucking truth and all whatever crap we're supposed to.
They're annoying and
they're
have shitty banter,
scum.
and they're not funny.
It's like if I was asked to put together a parody of all the crap that Marvel has tried to push in recent years, I couldn't do better than that group of diverse individuals who are living their truth. They are absurd to look at just from a purely aesthetic point of view. Their performances are god awful. They're insufferably annoying. They all have essentially one character trait that's their entire personality. Right. They are the epitome of everything that is fucking wrong with Marvel now. They're everything that people hate about the MCU.
Morally pathetic as well, by the way. No principles. They just the fact that one of their team members is just killed casually for not being good enough for the team, and none of them seem to give a shit. They're all just like, oh well, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Easy come, easy go. I will say, because we touched upon this briefly, Natalie. Wow, she is impressively annoying.
She nearly killed Riri at one point. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, because she spooked her. It's like,
jump scare there in the suit.
I mean, she is just like, I tried to describe her. It's like Jarvis, if Jarvis was retarded and from the hood and desperately trying to be funny in every single second of his screen time.
Should also be pointed out that she accidentally created an AI that's fully conscious.
Yes.
Just like that.
Could you just do that? You can scan your own brain.
And she doesn't even know how it happened. She's like, how did this happen? How do I delete you? Like, first of all, what do you mean delete?
Because she kept saying, I need loads and loads of resources to be able to build an AI, and then out of her fucking laptop, she just scans a brain and has an AI.
You know, technically Zola did that in the 70s, so it's just kind of amusing, but they haven't developed that technology.
The thing is, as well, right? Because this is a whole movie unto itself, right? Like scanning the memories of a friend, right? So it's not. It's not the friend's actual personality, it's your perception of that person. And the only things that it knows are the things you know about them. And so you could have a whole like interesting story about the vast differences between your perception of a person and who they actually were, and the gaps in their personality, the gaps in their memories and stuff. Nah, it's just functionally, it's just Natalie. It's the girl that she knew in every way, shape, and form. Looks exactly like her. She can put her into a fucking pendant that she wears around her neck, and that somehow magically projects her as a hologram.
Which is just covered up when they walk around outside, by the way. So it shouldn't even.
And they can't even do anything right, because the amount of like why should I give a fuck? It's like, oh, but this is the dead friend. It's like, dead friend. You told me she was dead a scene ago. I barely even met the character that the friend is dead of. I don't know what the fuck are you talking about. And it's like, don't worry, we'll give you some flashbacks. Like, while they're developing the relationship for the first time with the AI. Do you know how weird and stupid that is? To develop it with the new version and then gradually tell me about the old one and how she's totally not the same. So confusing to me.
Cheers to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. If you're interested, you can play it for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox or mobile using the links in the description and pinned comment. New and returning players on PC and consoles that haven't played in 6 months also get a big meaty bonus pack with premium vehicles and other goodies. It's available for a limited time only though, so use it while you can.